Welcome to Organica. In this session, we are going to explain a very important question for your essay and also for the short. So here, please be concentrated. First of all, we are going to explain transport number. So here, what is the transport number? The fraction of current carried by each ion is called as transport number. So if we know well about current is caused due to a cation and an anion, a positive charge and a negative charge, right? So that's why positive charge and negative charge both are responsible for the current, right? So here, so like means in case of electrodes, cathode and anode are both are responsible for. So like this way, some work is done by cathode and some work is done by the anode, right? So that's why fraction of current carried by cation and the fraction of current carried by the anion. So the result is the current, right? So here, the fraction of current carried by each ion. So the ion may be a positive ion or the negative ion is called as transport number. So the transport number of cathode is denoted by Tc. The transport number of anode is denoted by Ta. So transport number of ion depends upon the speed of the ion, right? So speed of the anion by speed of the cation. Anion speed is calculated by the fraction of current carried by the anion. Speed of cation is calculated by fraction of current carried by cation. So if nu A and nu C are the speed of anion and cation respectively. So nu A, speed of anion means nu A. Speed of cation means nu C. Remaining fraction of current carried by anion by fraction of current carried by cation. So 1 plus nu A by nu C. 1 plus, right? So nu C plus nu A by nu C is equal to total current by current carried by cation. Nu C by nu C plus nu A is equal to current carried by cation by total current carried by anion. So this is for a cation and it is indicated by T plus, Tc or T plus. So for anion, nu A by nu C plus nu A is called T minus. T plus T minus is equal to 1. So why we added the 1 plus and all those things? Because so in solutions lesson you all know well about mole fraction. So we taken two solutions and mole fraction of A is calculated by number of moles of A by number of moles of A plus number of moles of B, isn't it or not? So like this way, mole fraction of B is calculated by number of moles of B by number of moles of A by number of moles of B. So that means fraction is calculated by the number of moles of A by total. So for that sake, here it is current. So fraction of current carried by cathode or fraction of current carried by anion. So that's why fraction of current carried by anion by total current. So for that result, we added 1 plus in that case. So 1 plus nu A by nu C is equal to 1 plus fraction of current carried by anion by. So what is the final result? Nu C. That means current carried by cation by the total current. So for that anion, nu A by nu C plus nu A. So here when we add nu C by nu C plus nu A plus nu A by nu C plus nu A, then what happens? Take nu C plus nu A as LCM, then nu C plus nu A, cancel each other, we get 1. So like this way, chi A plus chi B is equal to 1 in that solution. You already learned this relation, isn't it or not? So like this way, T plus T minus is always equal to 1. So that is about transport number. Hittorf method is a method to calculate the transport number calculated, and it is a method to determine the transport number with a full evidence. So it requires an apparatus. So this is our Hittorf apparatus. So it consists of 3 vertical tubes, 2 vertical tubes, and those are connected with a U tube, right? So here these are stopcocks So we fill AgNO3 solution in every tube, whatever the vertical tubes and the U tube. So this, and a positive electrode is dipped in one compartment and a negative is placed in another one. So here, and those are connected to a ammeter, battery and coulometer. Coulometer is a device which determines an amount of substance by measuring the charge. So that means some of the ions from this AgNO3 solution are goes and they deposited in the copper coulometer, right? So when we remove the electrode and scratch it, then the silver powder is absorbed in the electrodes. So like this way, what does it indicate? Some sort of silver ions are transformed from silver nitrate solution to the coulometer, right? So that means some ions are transformed from these tubes to the coulometer, right? So that's why. So 0.1 molar silver nitrate solution is taken in the vertical tubes and U tube. So here, and the two solutions in the vertical tubes are not intermixed with the U tube. We doesn't place an electrode in the U tube. We placed electrodes in the two vertical tubes. So here, after some time, and when 1 to 10 to 20 milliampere current is passed towards it for 2 to 3 hours, then some sort of solution is taken from the vertical columns and they titrated with ammonium thiocyanate. Then we observed that there is a change in the concentration. So what is meant by concentration? Concentration means, what does it indicate? Concentration of the solution indicates that number of moles of solute present in a particular solution, right? Particular solution, number of moles of solute present in particular solution. So here we prepared a solution, namely silver nitrate. Silver nitrate solution. So here the solute is silver nitrate, right? So here some moles of the and some ions. I am repeating again that concentration means number of moles of solute present in a particular solution. Okay. So here we prepared a solution, that is silver nitrate solution, and the solute here is silver nitrate. So in the vertical columns we dipped the electrodes and we passed some sort of electricity. So that's why these ions are transformed from vertical columns or vertical compartments to the coulometer. So that is the first evidence. That means we titrated the solution with ammonium thiocyanate. There is a change in the concentration of silver nitrate. So that means some of the ions are transformed to copper coulometer. So that is first evidence. Second evidence is silver ions are deposited here. So that is second evidence. Third one is we doesn't dipped any electrodes in the U tube. So that's why there is no change in the concentration of silver nitrate solution, and that is the third evidence. So that's why Hittorf proved that transport of ions takes place, right? So here, so what is the notes for this topic is, I am explaining the Hittorf method point wisely, what we explained before. The apparatus consists of two vertical glass tubes. So these are connected through a U tube in the middle. Glass tube which consists of cathode is called as cathode compartment. Glass tube which consists of anode is called as anodic compartment. And each glass tube is provided with a stopcock at the bottom. For making adequate electrical contact, some mercury is placed in the tube. So middle compartment prevents the intermixing of solution in the anodic and cathodic compartments. So the concentration of the solution in the middle compartment remains unchanged at the end of the experiment, right? For determining the transport number of silver nitrate solution is taken in the glass tubes A and B and also in the middle compartment. The apparatus is connected in series with copper coulometer. Some quantity of electricity is passed towards them. So So the number of equivalents of copper or silver deposited in the coulometer gives the measure of the total current passed. So for electrolysis, 10 to 20 milliamperes of current is usually passed for 2 to 3 hours. An appreciable change in concentration around the electrodes takes place. So after electrolysis, the solutions are collected and change in the concentration is determined. So there is no change in the concentration in the middle compartment. Okay. So as we explained before, or written in the point wise. So if you are perfect in the topic, write all the points. So if you are not able to remember all the points, at least remember these important points. That is, the apparatus consists of 2 vertical glass tubes. These are connected through a U-tube in the middle. Glass tube which consists of cathode is called cathodic compartment and it is called as anodic compartment. And next, silver nitrate solution is taken in the glass tubes A and B and also in the middle of the compartment. The apparatus is connected with copper coulometer. For electrolysis, 10 to 20 milliamperes of current is usually passed for 2 to 3 hours. There is no change in the concentration in the middle compartment. At least write those points and draw the diagram perfectly and label the diagram. Then we get very good marks, right? Don't forget these points. If you are capable to remember entire points, write down the entire question and write down the entire diagram perfectly. If you are unable and if you read the question today, then it's very difficult to remember the new one. So at least write down these points, right? In case of transport number, usually determine in the essay question, the Heteroff method, determination of transport number Heteroff method, we must write the definition. We must write the definition up to this, okay? And T plus plus T minus is equal to 1 and I explain the Heteroff method with the points. So if only transport number is given in the short, write down the entire topic. And if you are not capable to remember the one, at least remember the marked one. Okay. Thank you.